Joana,
Thank you.
give you the floor. Woo! And a lot of supporters. Woo!
Yeah, I brought my friend, sorry. uh, so, who am I? I'm trying to figure it out yet, but I have been a software developer for almost 10 years. I have worked with front-end, back-end, and now mobile. But I won't talk about technical stuff. I will talk about something that is dear to me. It's my personal journey. So, let's see if I get it. Whoa. Can you imagine the work that takes to reach this number? I never thought about this until I went to my first drawing class. And my teacher told me about this quote of this famous illustrator. You know his work, Book of the Jungle, for instance. And he says that inside of all of us, we have 10,000 of bad drawings. And as soon we get them all out, the better. My teacher also said that even if you get one good drawing, it doesn't mean that the next one would be a good one. For sure, it's a bad. I can tell you from my experience. And this changed my perception of the way I see the world. I stopped seeing things as finished products, perfect products. And I started to think about the time that took to reach that perfection. And since I like art, creativity, I start with drawings and paintings. And you can see here a young man portrait by Van Gogh. I saw someone with Van Gogh's T-shirt. I hope I'm not saying something wrong, but when we look to it, it's so perfect. And we think, oh, I would like to be like this painter painting this portrait. But science discovered that it wasn't so perfect. And under it, there was a self-portrait of Van Gogh. And it's not only this one. If you can go to these beautiful and fragile flowers, also from Van Gogh, you can see two fighters. So what science discovered is that in all paints from all artists, Picasso, Da Vinci, Diegues, Van Gogh, and several others, under their work that we perceive as perfect, it's not perfect at all. There is imperfections there. So I have to talk to you about my journey of failing and succeeding. Because at that time, when I start to look into museums, I also start to look into myself, to my normal day. And I was feeling at the time that I was failing all the time. And I said to me, maybe if I do a calculation, I'm not in the time, so I need to work more hours. And I tried to do that. So I calculated the working days for all the years I have worked as a software developer. And I take the vacations. I multiplied by 8 hours. And yes, it's a rough estimation. I'm not counting sick days. I'm not counting extra hours. I'm not counting events of the company. So I came with a shock to this conclusion, because I have worked the double of this 10,000. So, oh my God. So I was failing, and it wasn't supposed to. At that time, I didn't realize that I wasn't being kind to myself. As it was said on my presentation, I have worked with several technologies: React, React Native, .NET, Java, Go, many tools, many frameworks, many libs. And if I divided this for all this number, I would have 10,000 hours in each one. So what I was feeling at the time is I was overspending my time. I was working for one task more than I should be. I was working extra hours. Why? I was overthinking every corner case, even the impossible ones. My backlog was growing, and I was receiving feedback. And I was struggling to accept this feedback. Because how dare you? I was doing my best. And you are criticizing me? And yeah, because of that, the imposter syndrome grows, grows, grows. And what you do? Overspending time, overthinking, growing backlog. And you enter in this cycle. And you cannot leave. And what I'm talking here is that for the past 2 years, I decided to break the cycle. So instead, I decided succeeding in failing. Yeah. And I'm bringing you my approach to that. So if I use test-driven development, why not using test-driven development in my life? Let's take a look to this presentation. So I created an idea. I shared with my friends. I tested, I received feedback, I enrolled to the presentation. I have done a draft from this presentation. I showed them, I received feedback, and I made this presentation. I also have done this for all the steps until I reach here in front of you. And right now, if it wasn't for this, if it was the past, I would be sitting in my room trying to create this perfect concept. And I assure you, I wouldn't enroll because the deadline would pass. Yeah, because first lesson, for learning, you need to fail. The second and the third lesson is find fearless friends. People that can mentor you, people that can give you feedback about what you are doing. Where do you find it? Why not here? Why not make us a simple exercise? Why don't we introduce to ourselves? Take a moment to introduce to the person in front of you. Or aside to you, guys, come on. My name is Joana, and come on. Talk with each other. Yeah. Probably. Girls, I only have 20 minutes. You can make networking outside also. Yeah. Probably next to you can be your next mentor, can be your next friend in a project. Also find a safe place. And for me, I am afraid of talking in public. My safe place is here with you guys. So, a safe place, how we distinguish? A place where you have a feedback culture, where you don't have toxic communication. You don't have blaming culture. You learn for the mistakes, and you teach what you learn from your mistakes. The last one, and also for being the last is not less important, is knowing ourselves. How practice mindfulness? For me, it's drawings, reading, therapy. For you, I don't know, you have to figure it out. Take a moment to reflect about your day and be kind. It's not for criticizing yourself. It's just for learning with what you pass through that day. Also, journal. And I'm not meaning that boring journaling diary. If you like it, it's okay. It's you. I personally have drawings with my diaries. I think I have time, so I can show you. So this is my journaling for April. Things like this. You can find your own journaling. Let me find a good one. But one important thing in these journals, use it to register your goals, but especially your victories, so you can remember them. Can you remember when it was your last victory? I can. And implement a culture of feedback. And if you see me around, please give me feedback about this presentation. Give me feedback from my first time talking in public. And by the way, talking about feedback, one of the feedbacks that I receive, drink water. Please, guys, give this message to my boss. He said, drink water, go to the bathroom. I have done that. But yet, we did not talk about what brought us here. How to kill the idea of perfection. Because if you feel like you pass through all of this, and yet you feel like you are uncomfortable, there is a way, and this way I discovered here in Porto. Palácio da Bolsa has this beautiful, perfect Arab room. And this Arab room follows the Arab architecture guidelines. And this guideline says that only God is perfect. It's not in the reach of humans to achieve perfection. So the solution for them? They introduce imperfection. So the main door of this room, it's not a line. Please go visit this, and you will see it's not a line. And it was exactly what I have done. Maybe if you paid attention, maybe you found that the image wasn't fitting in the screen. And probably this one made my boss go mad because he wanted, you forgot this. No, I did not. It was on purpose. Also, yeah, doesn't match the style, I understand. And yeah, also doesn't match the style. Although I have done all of the things, although I am in this journey, not yet succeeding, because I know that I need to practice more. This was my first one, so I can give technical ones. I found everyone that I watch, so brave to talk about technical subjects. And this was my way of being here in front of you. And I hope you can use these lessons also to apply for your, why not, 18 or 19? 19? So we can double for the next. And I will be there, and you'll be here presenting. So get out from the concept of perfection. Just do it. Fail fast. Find your friends. Find your safe place. And persist in doing until you achieve this not perfection, but in doing it. Just doing it. I think I talked too fast because I had 4. It's fine. Okay. Sorry, guys.